Hi everyone, to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a delicious salad that you can bring along on a picnic because there's no dairy in it. We're going to be making a Greek-style potato salad that's going to be fresh and delicious and very simple to make. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to begin by boiling the potatoes. You need 1.5 pounds. You can double this recipe because it keeps fresh in the freezer and tastes delicious. You can use russet potatoes, gold potatoes, or red potatoes. I'm using these baby potatoes here, and they're going in the pot covered with cold water. Plenty of salt is going in, and once it comes to a boil, I'm going to reduce the heat to a medium and let these cook for about 15-20 minutes or until they are fork tender. As soon as that happens, drain them and just let them cool until they're easy to handle. So while the potatoes are boiling, you could prepare all of the herbs. I'm going to thinly slice some scallions. You need about 3 to 4, but again, I'm making a bunch of recipes today, so I'm slicing up a few extra. Slice them all the way down to the white parts. They're going to add lots of flavor. Set them aside. And then we're going to finally chop some fresh parsley, some fresh dill. You can add some mint if you like. I'm leaving the mint out today. Everything is ready. We're going to set it aside. Now we need to juice some lemons. We're going to need lots of lemon juice for this recipe too, so I'll juice 3 or 4 lemons and set them aside, and I'll taste as I go when I'm making the salad dressing for this. So in a big bowl, I'm going to combine about half a cup of olive oil. You don't need a whole half cup, just depends how much dressing you like, but the more the better because the potatoes are going to drink it up and it's just going to taste so good. About 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. You can start with less, start with 2 tablespoons and then add more to make it as lemony as you like. You can add a teaspoon of fresh lemon zest to this too. I'm just leaving it out today. And then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. That's that spicy mustard. It's going to help the dressing emulsify and kind of hold together. If you're not a fan of mustard, feel free to leave it out. Then some salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Whisk this all up, and then we're going to get the potatoes in here. So you can peel the potatoes. I'm going to advise you to add the potatoes to the dressing while they're still warm, so that way they could absorb all of that flavor. You can peel them very easily once they're cooked, but since the peels are so tender and delicate, I'm leaving them on. I'll just peel a few just to show you how easy they peel off. Slice the potatoes into little bite-sized pieces. If they're all small, you can slice them in half. The bigger ones you can slice into 3 pieces. Toss them in the dressing, and then they're going to need more salt. Potatoes need salt. They're very bland. Season them with some salt. You could add some more pepper. Give it a taste, and at this point, you could see if it needs more lemon juice, more salt, more pepper. If you want to, you could add some oregano to this. I'm not, because I really want those fresh herbs to shine in this, so they're going to go in right now. Some scallions are going to go in here, some of that freshly chopped parsley and the dill. Toss everything all together. Now we're going to add some more flavor by chopping up some olives. I bought these olives at Costco, and it was just a nice little olive platter with a combination of different olives, Kalamata olives, green olives, those Castelvetrano olives, and there were even some roasted red peppers in there. I'm just going to slice them in half. And then I love to add sun-dried tomatoes to this. It's not traditional, but it does add a little bit of sweetness, smokiness, chewiness. They're really good. And I've tried it once, and since then I always add it to my potato salad. Just chop them up really finely and add everything to the potatoes, toss it up, give it another taste. To me, it tastes delicious. And now, once everything is tossed up, I'm just going to transfer it to my serving platter, and it's ready to serve. Of course, you can top this with some feta cheese if you'd like, but it tastes delicious as is. Okay, so this is the basic version of it, but of course you can add some red onions to it, finely chop them, or thinly slice them. You can add some capers to it. If you want some creaminess, you could do feta, and you can also toast some pine nuts and add them to it, or walnuts. If you want to make it the creamy version, because you can do this 2 ways, you would do everything that we just did, and then at the end you can add a little bit of either sour cream or Greek yogurt to it and just mix it all up, and it just gives it a little bit of a different flavor. But if you're going to make it vegan like this, you could take it along on a picnic or eat something light. It tastes delicious as is. It really tastes good with some boiled eggs too. String beans. There's so many options to make this. Radishes would be really nice in it, but let's do the taste test. Once you cut into the potatoes, they should literally melt. You should be able to press them and mash them up. Otherwise, if you undercook a potato, that's really the only way you could ruin a potato salad. Nothing worse than an undercooked starchy potato. But if you let it take its time and cook properly, it'll absorb that delicious dressing and it'll just be perfect. Simple, fresh, delicious, tangy. All those delicious summertime flavors are bursting in each bite. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Print it out on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Gracias.